Welcome to another edition of RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. This is Freddie Dea. We're in beautiful Laredo, Texas, Kruger Field, UISD, United ISD. And we got a dandy second round of district play, 29-6A. The Eagle Pass Eagles coming in 5-2 in district as they finished off Del Rio yesterday 8-2 over and Tuesday at the Unitrade, a 3-1 victory for the Alexander Bulldogs, and Coach Loomis and company got the win 3-1 as we get set for another great matchup and another classic baseball game between both of these teams. We want to thank everybody who's logged on and tuned in, RealSportsLive.com. Real Sports Live Southwest. You can go and visit www.realsportslive.com. You can go to our Facebook page, Real Sports Live. You can go to our YouTube channel, Real Sports Live. And on Roku TV and Apple TV. Also, you can watch us as we got a great baseball game. This was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start, but some rain came in, and the field had to get kind of prepped up and ready, dried up, so that's why they're playing at 7 o'clock is the first pitch. Pre-game show is brought to you by the law offices of Orlando Rodriguez Law, PLLC, 546 Madison Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. Also, Sarita's Tortilla Factory. Si son Saritas, dímelas calientes. And the law offices of Knickerbocker, Heredia, Jasso, Salinas, and Berain, 830-773-9228. As the Eagles finished the first round yesterday, the Tuesday game that they were playing against Del Rio got postponed and got rained out on Tuesday, so they had to play Wednesday. And we caught up with Coach Mendoza, and we're going to give you that tidbit and what he had to say.
RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. This is Freddie Dea. We're with the head coach of the Eagle Pass Eagles, Reynolds Mendoza. Coach, you finished round one of district play, District 29-6A yesterday, Wednesday afternoon in Del Rio. You're coming in second round, 5-2. Whole different year for you from last year to this year. What did you talk about yesterday after the game in Del Rio?
Oh, definitely about the outcome of the game and the pitching performance from Eric Heredia and the contribution from the whole team, staying together, united, and playing together as a team, and, together we can accomplish more. That's what we talked about. We take games one at a time. We can't look ahead. We have to make sure we prepare and everybody contributes as a team so that we can come out on top. But it was short-lived. Told them to enjoy it last night, and today is a different day, and we got to get after it again.
Coach, of course, you start on the road in the second round, and then you go back home, and then you're on a 3-game road trip after that. You don't see the Student Activity Centers till late April, early May. Coach, what is the big key tonight against Alexander? Them knowing that they've lost one in the first round. It was a late 8-inning game against United South. You took care of United South, but again, like you say, you take one game at a time.
Well, the key for us tonight is going to be our pitching, without a doubt. They got outstanding pitching, and we match them up pitching wise. Then it'll come down to who makes the first mistake and who plays clean fundamental baseball. And if we can do that, then we can compete with anyone.
But of course, you're going to have Ray Mendoza, who has thrown a couple of gems in that first round. What do you expect from him to fill the strike zone with strikes and make the defense behind him work?
Yeah, definitely. The first go around against Alexander, he struggled with his command. He was very erratic. If he can maintain command of his fastball and then he'll be able to get ahead and use his off speed as well. But the key is for him to throw strikes and give us a chance to play defense. There's no way you can defend a walk. So we have a chance. They hit it. We have a chance. If they hit it in the gap or hit it in the spot where we don't have someone there, well, then you tip your hat to him. But the key is for us, him to throw strikes, and for us hopefully to make the plays behind him.
And Coach, as far as you guys in that first round, you guys lost to 8-4. That's far gone. That was the very first game of the district season. You guys were in between the two tournaments. You still hadn't found your identity. Now, ending that first round, do you guys have your identity now?
Well, we're close to it. We're close, we're a lot closer now than we were back when we started the first game against Alexander. But the thing is that we have a lot of weapons. We have a lot of kids that can play, and some guys can hit better than others. Some guys can play defense better than others. So I gotta try to figure out when I gotta put those guys in to hit and put those guys in to play defense. And the most important thing is for us to play as a team. If you're not on the field making a play, then you're a backup waiting to have an opportunity. And if you're not a backup, then you're a teammate and you support the team from the bench. And all those things play together. And if we can keep that going, then we should be successful. Whether with the win and the wins and losses won't matter.
That was Reynald Mendoza of the 5-2 Eagle Pass Eagles. This is for today at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
We also met up with Coach Loomis, and this is what he had to say about tonight's game.
Friday there at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We're with the head coach of the Alexander Bulldogs, leading in District 29-6A, Coach Loomis. Coach, that one game that got away from you, late innings, does that still stew with the kids, or was that far gone and that's in the past?
That's far gone. It's in the past. So these guys look forward to playing the next available date. Today we got a damn good Eagle Pass team, so these guys are ready for the challenge.
Coach, I know that you took care of United early in the week. You guys got drenched throughout the week with the South Texas weather. You guys pushed back this game. How does that play into what you guys are doing today, or is this just a normal day for you guys?
We always talk to the kids about facing adversity, and this is just one of those things, man. Mother Nature let us have it this week, and these guys got to be ready for whatever comes their way, and they should be ready to play today. It should be a good one.
You faced them in the first round, and you guys got the 8-4 win in Eagle Pass. They had 9 walks in that game. You guys capitalized in that one inning on a couple of errors. What are the keys to the game for you guys today, Coach?
For us, we always believe in pitching and defense, man. Everything else will take care of itself. So hopefully our pitcher goes out there, throws strikes against a very good Eagle Pass team, and hopefully everything else takes care of itself.
You actually a comment that you made to Jason Mack, Lorraine Morning Times. You said that you'll be facing a very hot Eagle Pass team. They're coming in. Of course, the 2 losses was to Southwest and to you guys, but they've been able to take care of business in the district. What do you see from them, and do you see Ray throwing strikes today?
Well, I mean, we've been talking about it. We knew we were going to face Ray. We had a hunch we were going to face Ray. So we kind of talked to the kids about that we're going to get the best from Eagle Pass, just like we always do. It's always a good little rivalry with us and them, and our kids will be ready to go, man. It should be a fun one tonight.
Yeah, so that's Coach Loomis of the Alexander Bulldogs. This is Freddie Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
So we caught up with both coaches, and it's going to be a doozy in District 29 6A as we start the second round. And for Alexander, they got their stud number 1 pitcher Marcelo Perez on the bump today. That's to be expected. Of course, Marcelo is already committed to TCU, and this is the lineup for the visiting Eagle Pass Eagles. Leading off is Ray Mendoza. He'll be on the mound. Isaac Roque is over at first base. DeAndre Torres is at short, hitting third. Hitting fourth is the DH, Braulio Rodriguez. Hitting fifth is Hector Montoya. Hitting sixth is Christian Del Bosque, the catcher. Number 13, hitting seventh, David Lopez, the left fielder. Number 15, Victor Perry is playing center, and Isaac Gonzalez is over at second base and hitting ninth. And Caleb Maldonado is playing third base. For the Bulldogs, over at shortstop, Joel Hinojosa. Of course, on the mound is Marcelo Perez. Over at first is TC Chavez. Alberto Gonzalez is hitting fourth for them and is playing defensively in left field. Andres Santos is DHing. Sergio Galvan is over at third. Paco Hernandez is over in right. Benky Ramirez is over in center field. Louis Villarreal, of course, the second baseman. And George Gonzalez is behind the plate. Alberto threw a complete game against United South at 3-1 game, or against United 3-1 over at the Unitrade. And so they put themselves in a good position, 6-1. Eagle Pass put themselves also in a position where they can contend. Of course, they have to do the job and come in and take one away from the confines of the Student Activity Center in Eagle Pass, Texas. For Eagle Pass, after this, on Tuesday, of course, today is, or this whole week is Holy Week, and we send a pleasant hello to everyone that's online, and wishing everybody a happy Easter weekend, a long weekend for most of the teachers and staff at the so that's where we're at right now, and we're getting set.
First up to bat for the Eagles, number 7, Ray Mendoza.
So the 5-2 Eagles tied for second with Southwest, and the 6-1 Bulldogs, who lead District 29 6A. We start off the first at bat. Ray Mendoza will dig in and see the first pitch from Marcelo Perez. Perez on the mound starts him off with a ball on the outside corner. Now, yesterday, Ray Mendoza started off his first at bat with a double in Del Rio. So looking to get an extra, but he had 2 extra base hits yesterday. And gets in a strike, so 2 balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter, Ray Mendoza. We're live on RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. So if you guys are on Facebook and on YouTube, make sure you send it out to all your friends and family that are not here in Laredo or can't make the trip. Well, you can catch the game live as we're streaming. A big hello to Charlie Jimenez, who is watching from his work site, wherever he's working at. So 3-1 count, and then fouls that one off. Strike 2, so there's a first test here for Marcelo Perez as he starts his first batter he faces and takes him to a full count. So a 3-2 count on Mendoza. The payout pitch from Perez, and high for ball 4 as Mendoza gets on base.
Number 10 for the Eagles, Isaac Roque.
With a walk. Now Isaac Roque. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 14, Christian Barcena. So courtesy runner for the pitcher is Christian Barcena, number 14. He's over at first. And Isaac Roque, the first baseman. First pitch he sees is low, ball 1. And misses inside, ball 2. The last time that these two met, Misses inside. So 3 balls and no strikes. Finally gets a strike in. 3-1 the count. The last time they met each other, Roque went 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Strike 2 comes right back, and a full count now on Roque. As we go back to what Ray did the first time around, he went 1 for 5 with an RBI. And it is hit foul. We're in the top half of the first inning from Laredo, Texas. And runner goes, a throw down, strike safe at second. There's going to be a strike him out, throw him out, but he's safe at second as he got under the tag. So a stolen base for Barcena and a strikeout swinging for Roque for out number 1. And DeAndre Torres. DeAndre Torres. Ball 1. This is outside, ball 2. Catcher Gonzalez Jorge will go out and talk to Marcelo. And DeAndre Torres, 2-0 count. Barcena over at second. And a strike. Southwest also staying pace with Eagle Pass and Alexander. They're also 5-2. And a ground ball to the third baseman. Looks him over to second and throws to first for out number 2. 5-3 ground out for Torres for out number 2. And Barcena stays put.
Next up to bat, number 21, DH, Braulio Rodriguez.
So now Braulio Rodriguez will step in the batter's box with 2 outs. The DH today. First pitch from Perez is outside, ball 1. So runner at second. The leadoff batter, Ray Mendoza, went to a full count and got walked. Barcena came in, stole second. Roque struck out swinging. and misses low, ball 2. He's been having trouble finding a strike zone early on right here with Perez. Not normal for him, as we usually see control from him, but the last time they played a high fastball that gets by Rodriguez. The last time that we saw him, he pitched 3 innings back in Eagle Pass in relief in that 8-4 win. So the 2-1 pitch from Perez to Rodriguez, and strike on the outside corner. So now 2-2 count, 2 outs, and a fly ball to left field. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he is gunned down at the plate as the left fielder. The left fielder for the Bulldogs, Alberto Gonzalez, throwing a strike to the catcher. And coach is out there talking to the base umpire. It looked to him that the third baseman got into the running lane and impede the runner. So they're going to check and see, or maybe the tag. It was a pretty good throw from the left fielder Gonzalez to George Gonzalez, the catcher, and Gonzalez stood his ground at home plate, and as they are talking right now. So third out as he's caught at home plate. We're going to give Braulio a hit to left, and Christian Barcena 7-2 for out number 3, and that retires the Eagles in the top half of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. As we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. So we are back live, and Ray Mendoza will start the bottom of the first, as he's going to face Joel Hinojosa, followed by Marcelo Perez and TC Chavez for Alexander. So Mendoza, first pitch is a strike, and the last two outings for Ray. He went deep in the game, 6 innings, and threw good against United. Misses outside, ball 1. Threw good against United, 6 innings, 6 full innings, allowing no runs. Also against South San, strike 2. So he's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter, the leadoff hitter, Hinojosa. So going back to what Hinojosa did back in the first game against Eagle Pass, we'll check the stats and what he did. He walked his first time up in foul ball. He walked his first time up. He scored back in that first game back in March 6th. He reached on an error, walked again, flied out to left field and walked. So it walked 3 times, got on an error, so it was 0 for 2, and just missed outside. So 2-2 count now on the leadoff hitter Hinojosa. Misses high on the curveball. So runs the count full. Mendoza, the pitch, and
Next up to bat, number 16 for the Bulldogs.
Hinojosa trots over to first base with a walk. For everybody that's logged on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page and our website. Ball 1 to Perez. So Perez, right-handed hitter. Over first is Hinojosa. Ball lifted. And that one will get into foul territory, strike 1. I believe the South San game was postponed for tomorrow in the district. Trying to check and see who else plays tonight. I know LBJ and United are playing tonight. Throw over to first. Safe at first. Almost got caught there. We're streaming the game live on realsportslive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. So if you guys have family members that can't be here, and strike on the outside corner as it paints the corner. Strike 2. So the 1-2 pitch from Mendoza. Throw over to first, not in time. Hinojosa gets back. We have our camera operator, David Heredia, doing a great job for us today. A 1-2 pitch and hit into deep center field, actually into the gap. And around Hinojosa heading to third and will be cut off. So that hits in the gap for an extra base hit. So no outs here in the bottom half of the first inning, and a first extra base hit for Alexander. Now we got our other cameraman that.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 22, TC 3.
TC Chavez digs in. Third batter in the lineup with runners in scoring position. First pitch is a strike. So he's gotten ahead in the count on the first two batters, for the exception of Hinojosa. But he, of course, issued a walk. And on this last at batter, Perez, he was able to get a pitch to handle. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Way ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. We want to send a hello to Conrao Perez, Eagle Pass Sports Central, for the most complete coverage of local sports. Go to www.eaglepassportscentral.com. Montoya will settle in and throw to home. Cut, throw to third, and gun down at third as Perez gets gunned down at third. Chavez gets an RBI sacrifice fly to right field, and Hinojosa tags and comes in. Marcelo gets gunned down, as is cut by the first baseman. So it's 9-3-5 for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first, with 1 run and a ball into right field. As Albert Gonzalez, who threw a complete game against United on Tuesday, it's a hit to right field in the first pitch. Now the DH.
That was number 23, Albert Gonzalez, the third. Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 24, Andres Santos, the third.
So Andres Santos. Andres Santos will dig in, the DH. Run at first. First pitch is a ball. One to nothing as Alexander takes an early lead, and that's what happened over in Eagle Pass in the first game. They took an early 2-0 lead in that top half of the first. So ball 2. Two balls, no strikes on the hitter, going Santos. And just got back under the tag. So 2 balls, no strikes on the hitter, Santos. Fouls that one off and to the parking lot here at Kruger Field. Strike 1. So defensively for the Eagles, Caleb Maldonado is at third. DeAndre Torres is at short. Isaac Gonzalez is over at second. Isaac Roque is over at first. Behind the plate is Christian Del Bosque. Over in left field is David Lopez. Over in center is Victor Perry. And in right field is Hector Montoya. And of course on the mound is Ray Mendoza Jr. And back safe. So 2 balls and a strike on the hitter, Santos. Fouls that one off. Strike 2. What a difference a year makes for the Eagles, as the Eagles last year coming into the second round were coming in, I believe, 3-4, and clawing their way, trying to get wins last year. And this year, they've taken care of business, 5-2 in the first round, and put themselves in a good position to make some moves in the second round of district play. The 2-2 pitch fouls that one off. Charlie Dimas, Laredo Sports Extra, is here filming. So make sure you guys follow his YouTube channel, also his Twitter, as he normally comes out to Laredo games and films the games and puts a nice highlight reel for the fans. Hit into deep center field. Backing up is Perry, and under it for out number 3 as Santos flies out to center field for the third out. And the Alexander Bulldogs are retired here in the bottom half of the first with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. So after a full inning of play from Kruger Field, Laredo, Texas, Laredo Alexander Bulldogs 1, visiting Eagle Pass Eagles 0. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
Mi Pueblo Restaurant, located at 1920 North Veterans Boulevard. Call to order to go at 830-776-7796. We deliver. We have breakfast and lunch buffet from 7 to 11 and from 11:30 to 3. We have fresh homemade tortillas made daily, so come by 1920 North Veterans Boulevard. Comidas caseras, hechas como en su casa. Vengan a comer con nosotros.
So we're back to live action here, and we have the top of the second for the Eagles, as Marcelo Perez will start his second inning of work. He'll be facing Montoya, Del Bosque, and Lopez due up. First 3 to face Marcelo. First pitch is a strike. Catches the outside corner. Strike 2. So quickly in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. As Montoya went 3 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs against Del Rio. Fouls that one off. Stays in the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
Batting for the Eagles, 17, Hector Montoya.
PA announcer here next to us. As it's the opening day in Major League Baseball today too. So baseball fans, and cuffs him inside. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Montoya goes down swinging for out number 1.
That's up to bat number 15, center fielder, Victor Perry.
And now Christian Del Bosque will be hitting.
Correction, number 13, Christian Del Bosque.
So Del Bosque, the catcher today for the Eagles. This is outside, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. So he's working both sides of the plate. Catches that outside corner for strike 1. Gets back into the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon here in Laredo, Texas. Clear skies, sunny, breezy. And misses outside, ball 3. A little breezy with a chance of baseball. That forecast is brought to you by Rody's Country Fried Chicken. It's 1984. Walks by Christian Del Bosque over to first, and he'll get a courtesy runner. Richie Luna will be the courtesy runner, number 12.
Next up to bat number 1 for the Eagles, David Lopez.
So the 2 courtesy runners will be Barcena and Luna. for the catcher and pitcher. And David Lopez, who was catching yesterday for the Eagles, now is playing left field. So 1 out in the inning. Perez, first pitch. Aggressive swing by Lopez. Swing and a miss, strike one. Runner at first is Luna. Perez. Ball one outside. Perez misses high, ball two. So 2 balls and a strike on Lopez. Perez, the 2-1 delivery and a bunt down third base side, down to first, as he's safe actually out at first. And moves Luna over to second. Playing a little small ball to try and get that run back. 5-3 for out number 2. And now Victor Perry. So 2 outs.
Now coming up to bat for the Eagles, number 15, Victor Perry.
So Victor Perry digs in, right-handed hitter. Perez comes set, checks the runner. First pitch, Perry sees, he fouls it off. On deck is Isaac Gonzalez, his second baseman. Perez checks the runner over. Foul ball and to the parking lot. So Perez is quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. This is the second time that the Eagles have somebody in scoring position. They're 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position today. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Perry goes down swinging for out number 3. That retires the Eagles in the top half of the second. No runs. No hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll be back with more after this. Listen to Freddie Day at RealSportsLife.com, Real Sports Life Southwest.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primaries. Thank you.
And we're back live. Ray Mendoza will be facing Galvan Hernandez. First pitch, Galvan sees. He fouls it off right side, strike 1. Misses ball one. Fouls that one off. And Mendoza will get ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A ground ball. Torres will boot that one. And Galvan will get on an error. Now Paco Hernandez, the right fielder.
Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 12, right fielder, Paco Hernandez.
So Hernandez will dig in, right-handed hitter. Strike one. And as we talked to Coach Mendoza early on in pregame, in the interview he talked about is that right there where we just finished seeing a routine ground ball that DeAndre Torres was had a hop, in between hop, and getting the runner on Galvan on that error. So those are the kind of things that, of course, will drive Coach crazy. So 0-2 count, the pitch. Dribbler to first, and Roque will go tag the bag for out number one, moving the runner over. 3 unassisted for out number one.
Benkis Ramirez.
Also, you guys can actually watch another game as we're broadcasting another game right now. Softball, Santa Rosa at Langford softball over in our other LBJ. The bi-district game, soccer game, has begun. Ball one. So sports between baseball, softball, and soccer all over South Texas. So strike. Benky Ramirez. Just a quick for all the Laredo fans from Laredo Mission Vets and Martin are tied up at 1, heading into the 7th inning. Strike 2. So Ramirez and misses inside. Runner, actually, time is called because they hit the batter. So the runner will move back to second. So it hits Batman. He was ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Ramirez gets hit by a pitch.
Hit by pitch.
And we'll move over to
Next
first.
up to bat, number 2, Louis Villarreal.
So Louis Villarreal, the second baseman. Strike one. And we'll check what Louis did the last time that these two teams met back in on the 6th of March. Louis actually went 1 for 4 that game. He flied out to right twice in the second and in third. Got a hit and got gunned down at second, and then hit a ground ball his last time up in 7th. So runners at first and second with 1 out. The pitch, a fly ball. Perry will get under it, as that was in right field. he tracked that one from center field. And 2 down as Villarreal again flew out to right field for out number 2.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 11.
We're in the bottom of the second from Kruger Field in Laredo, Texas. Freddie Rea, RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. As we got a doozy today. 1-0 the score as the Alexander Bulldogs managed to get one in the bottom half of the first. 1-0. Hinojosa swing and a miss, strike one. Mendoza gets ahead. We have Jesus Chuy Olivares in the stands here. He's a part of Border Olympics Committee. Strike two. A nice curveball for Ray Mendoza. And he mixes his off-speed stuff with his fastball. He's in the mid-80s. But he does have, he's a crafty lefty. He does like to change speeds. And he does like to locate his fastball inside. And he does try and make sure that the umpire knows that he's going to be around the plate and going to be throwing some strikes. So runners at first and second take their lead. 0-2 count on Hinojosa, and time is called. Popped up right side. Great camera work by our camera operator, Saw Milk, tracking that. Strike three as Hinojosa goes down looking for out number 3. And Ray comes back after surrendering that first error and then a hit by a pitch. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base for Alexander in the bottom half of the second. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We go to the top half of the third. Listen to Freddie Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We'll be back with more after this. Valdez Tire Record Service. We're located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. 24/7 record service. We handle commercial and industrial tows. Emergency roadside service. Automotive repair shop is also available. Call us at 830-757-3102 or come by 522 North Pierce Street. Valdez Tire Record Service, proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics.
Make sure you come by.
And we're back to live action. As Marcelo Perez will start his third inning of work. And he'll be facing Gonzalez, and then the top of the lineup.
First up to bat,
It's a pitcher's duel here. Kruger
Gonzalez.
Field, Laredo, Texas. 1-0. Freddie Day bringing you all the live action. RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. First pitch is outside, ball one. If you're a business in Laredo, Texas, and you're watching us on RealSportsLive.com or our Facebook page or YouTube channel, there is a way to get on our broadcast and advertise. Inside, ball two. Foul tipped. Strike one. The sun is setting to the west of us. So the sun here at Kruger Field, adjacent to the baseball field, is the football field. And a ball hit to left field and foul. So 2-2 count. Fouls that one off. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And walks Gonzalez.
Next up to bat, number 1, pitcher for the Eagles, Ray Mendoza.
That's the third walk issued for Marcelo Perez today. He's walked Ray. He walked in the first, and in the second he walked Christian Del Bosque, and now Gonzalez here in the third. So now Ray Mendoza will dig in, and ball outside. We're getting some comments that I will keep to myself. Ball one. Outside, ball two. So Marcelo here. Ball three. So some control issues here in the top half of the third for Marcelo Perez. One to nothing the score. I want to thank our great advertisers. Hilario Capitillo, Farmers Insurance, Valdez Tire Record Service, And ball 4. is Gonzalez goes to second, and Ray Mendoza thought it was a strike. So pitching coach will come out and talk to Perez. Runners at first and second here with no outs in the top half of the third. We're going to step away real quick, and we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. With 100% Tyson chicken tenders, gizzards, and delicious fried chicken. Come try our seafood and wings from the Rodriguez family. Rody's Country Fried Chicken. Rody's Country Fried Chicken. Hey, did you know Rody's also had buffalo wings, seafood platters, and boneless wings? Don't forget the poppers. Come visit us at 1910 El Indio Highway or call us ahead at 830-773-9189. If you need us to cater, call us at 830-325-4470 for the Rody's Rody Truck. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985.
And we're back to live action as Perez, there's a throw to second, will get away from, and into third base is throw into to second base to try and get the runner at second, and gets away from Villarreal and into center field. The runners will advance. So no pitch is what the home plate umpire calls. And they'll put everybody back where they go. So now we got Isaac Roque to bat with runners in first and second. Ball to the second baseman. Villarreal turns it to short. Over to first for out number 2. A 4-6-3 double play.
Nice double play. Villarreal Hinojosa Chavez.
A 4-6-3 double play as Roque hits into now DeAndre Torres with a runner at third. 90 feet away from tying the ball game here in the top half of the third. First pitch he sees is the ball.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Two balls and a strike now on the hitter. DeAndre Torres, who grounded out to the third baseman back in the first inning. And Torres shaking his head. He didn't think he went around.
Best pitch, Marcelo.
So runner at third is Gonzalez. Torres, lefty, 2-2 count, the pitch. And fouls it off. Now the lights are on, and we got some bullpen action in the Alexander bullpen. And the sun now So 2-2 pitch to Torres. Outside ball 3. Runs it full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the third, 1-0. Eagle Pass down by 1. A runner at third for the Eagles. 90 feet away from tying the ball game here. Perez, the payout pitch. Ball 4. And he walks Torres.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 21, DH. Bravo.
So that's the third walk issued for Perez here in this inning. A total of 5 walks that he's given up with a pair of strikeouts. Actually, 3 strikeouts for Perez. So runners at first and third for the Eagles. As George Gonzalez, the catcher, giving the signs to his infield with the first and third situation, and now gets his infield. So Braulio Rodriguez, who got a single, and to left field, back into first, and Albert Gonzalez over at left field, gunned down Bárcena coming home. The Eagles would have taken a 1-0 lead in that top half of the first. So nonetheless, we're in the top of the third. And a ground ball that gets through. Actually, no, it doesn't get through. The second baseman, Villarreal, gets to the ball. Not sure if the run did count. As the first baseman knocked it down, Chavez, and Villarreal, a heads-up play, comes over and flips it to Chavez for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base for the Eagles. The bottom and the top half of the third. We're back with more after this. You listen to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. Back to live action. We're in the bottom of the third, 1-0. Perez followed by Chavez and Gonzalez for the Alexander Bulldogs here in the bottom half. River Mendoza still on the mound for the Eagles and misses outside ball 1. And gets in for a strike. 1-1 count. And just missed outside, ball 2. Mendoza. The 2-1 to Perez. And missed. Just missed. Ball 3. Early on in the game, he was giving that River just outside, and now he's taking that away to 3-1 count. Comes back inside, swing and a miss, strike 2. pitch. Lifts it. Foul. The JV game got canceled today, so it's only one game, 7 o'clock to start. Just missed. That was a nice curveball by Mendoza that the umpire felt was just a bit inside.
For the Bulldogs, first baseman, number 22, TC 3.
So the courtesy runner now.
Courtesy runner number 13 at first base, Alan Ferreiro.
Alan Ferreiro. Not sure how you spell the last name. Let me see if I can. If I throw over to first, not in time. Y Ferreiro. Alan Ferreiro over at first. He's a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Perez. TC Chavez, who had the lone RBI. Had a sacrifice fly to right field.
Just a hit, TC. Let's go. Just a hit. Just put the ball in play. Come on now. Let's go.
Comes set from the stretch. Checks over at first. He catches that outside corner, strike 2. So ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes on Chavez, the first baseman who hit that sacrifice to right field and brought in Hinojosa back in the first inning to take the 1-0 lead. That's where we stand right here in the bottom half of the in the third, excuse me. Misses, and a nice block by the catcher, Del Bosque. Ball 1. So a throwaway pitch there for Mendoza. So the 1-2 pitch from Mendoza to Chavez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes down swinging for out number 1.
Next up to bat, left fielder for the Bulldogs, number 23, Albert Gonzalez.
Albert Gonzalez, the left fielder who was 1 for 1. Got a hit to right his first time up. Runner at first, the courtesy runner Alan Ferreiro after Perez walked on a 3-2 pitch, inside pitch that just missed the plate. Mendoza, first pitch, changes up speed there. Strike 1. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 1. And just missed outside, ball 2. Runner goes. Ball fouled. So 2-2 pitch now to Gonzalez. 3-2 pitch. Misses high. Gonzalez walks.
Starting for the Bulldogs. DH, number 24, Andres Santos, the third.
And a shot to right field. The right fielder under that one. Hector Montoya for out number 2. Santos' first pitch.
Fly ball to right field for out number 2. Now batting for the Bulldogs, third baseman number 7, sophomore, Sergio Galán. Galvan, sorry.
Now Sergio Galvan. Pitch is inside. Strike 1.
Come on, Sergio, let's go, baby, let's go. Let's put the ball in play, Sergio. Put the ball in play.
One ball, one strike on the hitter, Galvan. Misses outside. Ball 2.
Good job, Sergio. Make him work. Make him work, Sergio. Make him work.
Just misses outside. Ball 3. So 3-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Runners at first and second. Pitch. Lifts it foul. Strike 2.
Let's go, Bulldogs. We got this. Let's go, dogs. We got this. Let's go.
So the 3-2 pitch. Fouls that one off.
Work. Good job. Make it work.
3-2. Payoff pitch to Galvan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Galvan goes down swinging for out number 3. No runs come in. No runs. No hits. No errors, and 2 left on base. So 5 runners left for the Bulldogs, and they only need 1-0. Go to the top half of the 4th. Still 1-0 Bulldogs lead. We go to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com. Real Sports Live Southwest.
Sarita's Tortilla Factory, with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son Saritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Sarita's Tortilla Factory. The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez, an attorney serving Maverick, Montgomery County, and the greater Houston area. Call us first or learn more at www.rgz.law. 830-201-3092. With 15 years of experience, call us first. For fair, someone with integrity, respect, sincere, and someone you can trust. The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez.
We're back to live action here. Ball 1. Hector Montoya leading off in the top of the 4th. Struck out swinging back in the 2nd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls that one off. Strike 2.
Hector Montoya batting for the Eagles.
A ground ball to the shortstop. Hinojosa throws it all the way to the dugout. And an error. Throwing error. We'll have Hector Montoya at first base.
Next up to bat number 13 for the Eagles, Christian Del Bosque.
Pick it up, Bulldogs, pick it up. Double play. Double play, Bulldogs. Let's go.
So now Christian Del Bosque, the lefty, will come in, strike on the outside corner. Throw down the second, and Montoya gets caught in a rundown and gets out at second base. Del Bosque was asked to do a job. He missed the sign, and his teammate got hung up hung to dry at second base. 2, 6, 3, 6 for out number 1. Out number 2, excuse me. Out number 1. And an 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. Misses outside, ball 2. Evens out the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go. You got this. There you go.
And misses inside. Time is called, and Luna will courtesy run for the catcher.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 1, David Lopez.
Misses outside, ball 1.
Let's go, Marcelo. You got this. Let's go, Marcelo.
Runner at first is Luna, the courtesy runner. Lopez at the plate. Runner goes, swinging. And Gonzalez guns down Luna at second base. For out number 2.
And a beautiful throw by Choche.
2-6 for out number 2.
The runner at second base.
Way to go, dogs. Way to go. Good D.
Count, Blue. What's the count? What's the count?
1-1 count. 2 outs. Perez. Ball outside.
Three pitches, it goes on the strike.
Runs the count, 3 balls and 1 strike on Lopez.
Well, Marcelo. Big plays. Let's go. We got this. There you go.
A tapper back to the pitcher. Perez will flip it to first to Chavez. For out number 3.
Good defense, dog.
Marcelo Perez, 73 pitches, coach. 73.
73 for Marcelo Perez, and we're just in the bottom of the 4th. For the Eagles, no runs, no hits, no errors. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. Go to the bottom half of the 4th. Listen to for today at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We'll be back with more after this. Back to live action in the bottom half of the fourth. Paco Hernandez, first pitch he sees, fouls it off. And into so no balls, one strike. Ground ball up the middle. Torres ranges over to first for out number one.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 17, Benkis Ramirez.
So we're going to miss, strike one.
Yeah.
So we're going to miss strike two. Benky Ramirez, who got hit by a pitch his last time up in the second. He got hit by a pitch on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So we're going to miss strike three as Ramirez gets retired for the second out.
Next up to bat, number 2, second baseman.
And Mendoza records his fourth strikeout of the night. Strike one on number 2, Louis Villarreal, the second baseman. No balls, 2 strikes on the hitter. Bottom half of the fourth. Outside, ball 1. Right up the middle, back to the pitcher, flips it over to Roque for out number 3, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Mendoza here in the bottom half of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
75 pitches for Ray Mendoza, 75.
And we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Dea. We'll go to the top half of the fifth. We're back with more after this. Now Victor Perry will lead off the inning for the Eagles here. In the top half of the fifth. Perry Gonzalez into the top of the lineup. 1-0 the score. As the Alexander Bulldogs got that one run.
Victor Perry.
Perry struck out swinging his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Strike 2. He's one ball, 2 strikes. It's Perez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as he went for that same pitch.
Now batting for the Eagles. Number 3, Isaac Gonzalez.
So now Isaac Gonzalez, who got all the way to third back in the third inning, as they've had 3 opportunities. They're 0 for 3 right now with runners in scoring position. That's the Eagles. Ball 1. They've left 3 runners on. Managed a hit. Ball 2. Three 1 count. Strike 2. Misses inside on the 3-2 pitch. And for the second time, Gonzalez walks.
Next up to bat, number 7.
Now Ray Mendoza.
Ray Mendoza.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And a nice curveball by Perez. Ball's in for a strike. So 1 out in the top half of the fifth. 1-0 the score. Alexander taking a 1-0 lead. And a hit into left field as he went with the pitch on an 0-2 pitch.
Next up to bat for the Eagles, number 10, Isaac Roque.
So now Isaac Roque, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the third and struck out swinging in the first inning. Now runners at first and second with 1 out for the Eagles in the top half of the fifth. Scoring update, Lady Eagles are down 4-0 in the fourth over in San Antonio against South San. Southwest leads Alexander in softball 4-3. So just an update for you Alexander fans, 4-3 as they are down to Southwest in softball. 1 out. Christian Barcena is over at first. First pitch misses. Ball 1. So 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike one. One-two count. Misses inside. Ball two. Runs the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3. Full count now. Over at second is Gonzalez. Over at first is Barcena. And a ground ball to the second baseman. Villarreal will actually fumble that one as he was trying to flip it to Hinojosa. And then
Now batting for the Bulldogs, for the Eagles, DeAndre Torres.
so a double play ball there that could have ended the inning, and an error. We're gonna get a E4 on that one. Loads the bases for DeAndre Torres. And there's a pinch runner over at for Roque. It's number 2, Eric Heredia. Ball 1. Misses, ball 2. With 1 out, a walk is as good as a hit here.
Come on, Blues. Stay consistent, Blues. Stay consistent. Let's go.
Man, coach will, the pitching coach will come out and talk to Perez. So with 1 out, bases loaded, 2 balls, no strikes, and we're going to keep it here. I want to thank all our advertisers. Strike on the outside corner. So 2 balls and a strike on DeAndre Torres. 1 out. Bases loaded for the Eagles. And fouls that one off. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One to nothing. We're in the top of the 5th. The lone run came in the bottom half of the first for the Alexander Bulldogs. This has been a pitcher's duel. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Torres goes down swinging for out number 2.
Swing and a miss for out number 2.
Torres goes down swinging for out number 2.
Number 31, DH, Braulio.
So now Braulio Rodriguez, who is 1 for 2. Ground out and a single to left. Both crowds are getting into it. Ball one. Inside pitch, ball two. And misses inside. Almost hit him. Ball three. So Perez here in trouble with 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Eagles. And he has a 3 balls, no strikes count on Braulio Rodriguez. And ball 4 walks in a run. Ties up the ball game here in the top half of the 5th. So an RBI walk brings in Gonzalez and ties up the ball game at 1-1. Luna moving over to third and Heredia over to second. And coach will Fernando Lemus. I believe they're going to leave him out there. He wants to get out of this jam himself.
Next up to bat for the Eagles.
And Montoya sees ball 1. Ball 2. Two walks is just this inning for Perez. Ball 3. As he has lost control here in this inning. He does have a total of 8 walks. So now a new pitcher, Andres Santos III, bases loaded. Strike one. Christian Del Bosque with 2 outs. 2 runs have come in, both on walks. 2 of those runs are issued to Marcelo Perez, and these 3 runners that are on are credited to him. Christian Del Bosque, swing and a miss, strike 2. And strike 3 as Del Bosque leaves 3 stranded as he goes down looking for out number 3. 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base for the Eagles in the top half as they take a 2-1 lead. We go to the bottom half. Hinojosa, Perez, and Chavez do up. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening for today at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
Mi Pueblo Restaurant, located at 1920 North Veterans Boulevard. Call to order to go at 830-776-7796. We deliver. We have breakfast and lunch buffet from 7 to 11 and from 11:30 to 3. We have fresh homemade tortillas made daily, so come by 1920 North Veterans Boulevard. Comidas caseras, hechas como en su casa. Vengan a comer con nosotros.
So we go to the bottom half of the 5th. And Hinojosa will lead off the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As Ray Mendoza will get into the 5th inning of work for him. Strike 2.
Let's go, kid. Let's go, young man. Let's go. You got this.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Hinojosa goes down swinging for out number 1. Momentum here, as Marcelo Perez couldn't find the strike zone in that
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 16, Marcelo Perez.
the top half of the 5th. 1 out. Outside ball 1. Perez swings and misses. Strike one. Time is called. And the ball lifted foul. Outside ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-1 the score. The Eagles got 2 runs in the top half to take a 2-1 lead. Marcelo Perez at the plate. So 2-2 count. The pitch misses just outside ball 3. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch outside ball 4.
Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 22, TC3.
TC Chavez, who has a strikeout, and the he's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI as he brought in the lone run for the Alexander Bulldogs. 2-1. And Chavez digs in. And the ball chopped. Fielded by Mendoza over to first for out number 2. Runner will advance to second. Nice fielding by the pitcher. Mendoza gets 1-3 for out number 2. Now Albert Gonzalez.
Next up to bat, number 23 for the Bulldogs, Albert Gonzalez, the third.
So with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th.
Discipline, Albert. Let's go.
And pops up. Under it is Roque for out number 3. And we go to the top half of the 6th. As Gonzalez flies out to the first baseman for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Alexander Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 5th. We go to the 6th. Lopez, Perry, and Gonzalez due up. We're back with more after this. You listen to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to run. We've reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primaries. Thank you.
For the Eagles, number 1, David Lopez.
Ball 1. And we're back to live action. David Lopez. Ball 2. Strike 1 on Lopez. Fouls that one off as he gets a pitch inside. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Hinojosa fumbles it. And Lopez gets on to first. An infield hit for Lopez.
Next up to bat for the Eagles, number 15, Victor Perry.
Over at first is Lopez. As they get the leadoff hitter on. Victor Perry, who has 2 strikeouts. And a bunt down to the first base side. And Santos takes care of it himself. As Victor Perry does his job and sacrifice bunt. 1 unassisted for out number 1.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 3.
Now Isaac Gonzalez with a runner at in second. Strike 1 on Isaac Gonzalez, who walked twice and has a run scored. It's one of the 2 runs that have scored for the Eagles. Nice curveball by Santos. It falls in for a strike. So 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Gonzalez goes down swinging for out number 2. Now Ray Mendoza.
The Eagles, Ray Mendoza.
One and one count now on Mendoza. Mendoza got a hit back in the 5th walked twice. And his courtesy runner, Barcena, scored on a walk. Missed outside. Ball 2. And a ground ball foul. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. These are the type of games that fans love to watch and at the edge of their seats. Pitch, fouls it off. Fouls that one off. So 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. The Eagles ahead by 1, 2-1, trying to get some insurance here with Lopez over at second. He got on an infield hit and sacrificed over to and a line drive that Chavez scoops it up. And Mendoza retired 3 unassisted for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Eagles as we go to the bottom half of the 6th. Santos, Galvan, and Hernandez due up. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RoseSportsLive.com, Rose Sports Live Southwest.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, located at 1910 El Indio Highway. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. With 100% Tyson chicken tenders, gizzards, and delicious fried chicken. Come try our seafood and wings from the Rodriguez family. Rody's Country Fried Chicken.
Bottom of the 6th. First pitch is a strike. Andres Santos, who's now the pitcher for the Bulldogs, and a line shot into center field. Perry gets under that one for out number 1.
Next up to bat, number 7, third baseman, Suffield. Galvan.
So 1 out, bottom half of the 6. For the hitter now, Sergio Galvan, who is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and a strikeout. Ball 1. Misses. Ball 2. Strike 1 on the hitter. Misses high, ball 3.
Come on, Sergio.
So 3-1 the count on Sergio Galvan. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And just misses as he thought he had rung him up there on a 3-2 count. And walks Galvan over to first.
Bulldogs. Number 12, Paco Hernandez.
Now Paco Hernandez.
Let's go. Tradition, baby. Tradition. Let's go.
So 1 out. Galvan over to first.
Be smart out there, Sergio. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Strike 1. And misses outside, ball 1. The pitch. Strike 2. On the outside corner, catches that corner. Paco Hernandez. The 1-2 pitch from Mendoza. Actually throws to first, almost threw it away. South San beats Southwest, wins 5-1. They beat Eagle Pass. And Southwest leads Alexander 6-3. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And he goes down swinging for out number 2.
Next up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 13, Ramirez.
Benky Ramirez. So Benky, who is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a strikeout. Misses outside, ball 1. And I'm thinking he should be right around the 90 mark, close to 100 pitches already. As we have in the bullpen, Edward Mendoza warming up. Might be seeing some action. So 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first is Galvan, who drew a walk. And Benky Ramirez is at the plate for Alexander. And strike on the inside corner. So the 2-1 pitch for Mendoza to Ramirez. It's on its way. Did not give him time, and swing and a miss, strike 2. He has to grant the timeout, and he stepped out without the umpire giving him so a 2-2 count now. Ramirez tried to step out. Mendoza was taking a bit too long for his liking. Stepped out of the box, and the umpire did not grant him the time. Had to step back in because Mendoza was in his windup and swung and missed. So a 2-2 count. The pitch on its way. 2 outs. Runner will go. Throw to second. And got him at second. As they're going to go talk to the base umpire. And he's saying that he did get him. Coach Limis. And a nice pickoff move by Mendoza there. Mendoza got Galvan leaning there, and he gets gunned down. For out number 3, as Ramirez will stay at the plate. And that retires the Alexander Bulldogs in the top of the 7th. In the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. The Eagles lead it by 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for the Alexander Bulldogs. Santos will face Roque, DeAndre Torres, and Braulio Rodriguez. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Friday Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. So after 6 complete from Laredo, Texas, Alexander Bulldogs 1, Eagle Pass Eagles 2. The lone run for the Alexander Bulldogs came in the first inning as Hinojosa walked, and Perez got a double to right field. A sacrifice fly by Chavez brought in the RBI, and they have not done anything after that. So Roque sees ball one.
Now catching for the Bulldogs, Jackson.
And the Eagles got their 2 runs in the 5th after Marcelo Perez pitched 4 2/3 of an inning. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Isaac Roque. Fouls that one off. 2-2 the count now on Isaac Roque. On deck is Torres, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out to third. And (3-2) and misses low. Ball 4.
Next up to bat for the Eagles, number 8, DeAndre Torres.
So the tables have turned in this game. For the Eagles in the first game, back in Eagle Pass, they had 9 walks that the Alexander Bulldogs were able to capitalize. In this game, Alexander now has so 2-0 count. So 2-0 count, 2-0. Roque draws a walk. Ten walks for Alexander in this game. And strike 1. So the 2-1 pitch inside. Gonzalez. Jackson Alanis is now the catcher. So Jorge Gonzalez is no longer catching. The 3-1 count and in the dirt. Ball 4. So that's 11 walks now issued by Alexander. No outs. Top of the
Next up to bat for the
top of the
Eagles, number
7th.
21, DH Braulio.
Now Braulio Rodriguez, who walked and had the RBI to score the first Eagle run in the 5th. And then Hector walked and scored the second run. Gonzalez came in and the courtesy runner Barcena came in. So Coach Lumas. 2-1 Eagles lead. So Rodriguez will dig in. Runner at runners over at first base, first and second base. That looks like it's Luna over at first base. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Braulio Rodriguez. Luna is over at first base for DeAndre Torres. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Hinojosa over to Villarreal, over to first to Chavez. As they turn the 6-4-3 double play.
And a beautiful double play. Next up to bat number 17 for the Eagles, Hector Montoya.
With 2 outs now, runner at third. First pitch that Montoya sees, fouls it off, strike 1. Montoya walked and had one of the RBIs. He reached on an error and struck out swinging, so he's 0 for 2. Outside, ball 1. And a ground ball up the middle. Hinojosa ranges over to first and could not dig it up as Hinojosa got to the ball behind the bag, made the throw, and Chavez could not dig it up. And the Eagles score the go-ahead lead, the go-ahead run, 3, the third run. An RBI for Montoya. We're going to give him an infield hit on that one as he put it in play. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. So CJ Jimenez with 2 outs. 1 run already in. 3-1 is the score. Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 24, C.J. Jimenez.
First pitch is a ball. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jimenez swings through that one. So 2 outs. Runner at first base is Christian Barcena, the courtesy runner. Actually, the pinch runner going and swinging and missing. Strike 3 as Jimenez goes down swinging for out number 3. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th with the Eagles up by 2. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Eagles in the top half of the 7th. Go to the bottom half. Ray Mendoza will come in and try and finish the job, get a complete game out of him. He's going to be facing Ramirez, Villarreal in the top of the lineup. So they're going to go to the bench. A pinch hitter for Benky Ramirez, number 15, for the Alexander Bulldogs. And ball 1.
Batting first for the Bulldogs, number 15, Ernesto Mesa.
Ernesto Mesa, the hitter for Alexander. Strike on the inside corner. So now 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count, 3-1 the score. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Mesa, the pinch hitter, will go down swinging for out number 1.
Not batting for the Bulldogs, number 2, Lou Villarreal.
So strike 1. One ball, 1 strike on the hitter, Louis Villarreal. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And Ray Mendoza, I believe he reached his, not sure if he reached his limit. Yeah, I think I don't know if he needs to, if he can, I don't know if it's the Little League rule too, where you need to finish, you can finish the batter once you, but yeah, Ray, I think hit his max 110. Yeah. So he maxes out at 110, and 1 out, 1 ball, and 2 strikes on the hitter, Louis Villarreal, and DeAndre Torres. Will come in to try and close the door here. So the 1-2 count as DeAndre Torres has already finished his warm-up pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Villarreal goes down swinging for out number 2. And talking about a clutch pitch by DeAndre Torres coming in, the senior, asking to come in and do a job and get one pitch for 1 out. So the first pitch to Hinojosa is a strike. So with 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike, and a fly ball. And Gonzalez will get under it and squeeze it for out number 3. As Hinojosa flies out to the shortstop for the 3rd out. And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, 3-1. And that puts a wrench in the standings as there's a 3-way tie for first. So once again, thank you for joining us. RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. That is the final. And like I said, we are very sorry that we're going to rebroadcast this game. We thank everybody. Good night from Laredo, Texas. The final, Eagle Pass 3, Laredo Alexander 1. Good night from Laredo, Texas. Have a safe trip. See you again. This is Freddie Rea signing out. RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.